niggas stay back. Yeah, yeah. Foot long joint. Yeah. Case full of gin. Every night we black out just to take it all in. Every day we wake up just to do it all again. Every night we black out just to take it all in. Foot long joint. Case full of gin. Every night we black out just to take it all in. Every day we wake up just to do it all again. Every night we black out just to take it all in. I remember having no offense.
Brum3C, thanks for the follow, man.
Yes, I done came a long way. I went from nothing to something. Yes, I done came a long way. I can't stop now. I'm always working. I know deep down that I'm deserving of what I got, of what I'll get. 100 on my wrist, 30 on my neck. Used to hang rappers on the wall, now we hang plaques up. Your favorite rapper looking at your other favorite rapper like, damn, I think he's really about to lap us. I spoke to the universe and spoke right back. Truthfully, I don't even smoke like that, but I'm with the same people who can tell you where I came from, so I bought a half a pound for my day one. Long joint, case full of gin. Every night we black out just to take it all in. Every day we wake up just to do it all again. Every night we black out just to take it all in. Foot long joint, case full of gin. Every night we black out just to take it all in. Every day we wake up just to do it all again. Every night we black out just to take it all in.
Every day we black out just to take it all in. Niggas talk down, they don't wanna see me win. I been on the road, I been touching souls. You been riding waves, fuck around and get exposed. Nobody put us on. I just been putting in work like it's fall camp, trying to ball out. Couple parties in my dollhouse, sipping hints till they fall out. Bounce back, bounce. I might just roll up an ounce. If you roll up to my crib, then don't come without a
Foot long joint, case full of gin. Every night we black out just to take it all in. Every day we wake up just to do it all again. Every night we black out just to take it all in. Foot long joint, case full of gin. Every night we black out.
What is going on, everybody? How you guys doing on this fine Monday evening? So to start off, we all want to thank you. We all really want to thank you, me, Hunter, and Brady. We always thank you guys for popping in. You know, on a Monday night, you guys are probably doing schoolwork. You know, it means a lot for us to have you on the podcast, listen to the podcast. You know, that's great. That's so awesome. Tonight we actually have a lot of people still up. We got a lot of stuff to talk about with our man Marselis Scott. He's coming on the podcast. But as always, go to juggernautenergy.com. Use code QCast in all caps, QCAST, for your 10% off at Juggernaut Energy. They actually just came out with a new flavor. I think it's blueberry. Pretty sure it's blueberry. I don't know why I don't know that. It's definitely blueberry. But yeah, use code QCAST in all caps for 10% off. And we might as well get started, huh? Might as well get started. So, everyone, you can unmute your mics.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Let's go!
Oh my God.
How
They're
is
not ready for me to be on the podcast.
how is everyone doing? I'm actually, I'm gonna come out and say it. I'm super disappointed I missed that call.
I'm feeling jazzed.
That was awesome.
That call,
Man,
you
you should be very disappointed.
I'm so disappointed. But
Man, where were you at?
I got back from class late.
Yeah, class.
Man, what's your major?
Graphic design.
Hey, we gonna need that. And that's why your flyers are so dope. Oh
Yeah,
my
real.
God.
For real. All right. Well, shit. How you guys doing? Fuck me, right? How you guys doing?
I'm doing great, bro. The week's off to a good start. You know, me and Brady and Ethan got a good pump in today. It's been a good ass day, dude. Didn't get a lot of sleep last night, but it's all good.
Good.
Yeah, you look tired, man. You look like you need to get about 5-6 more hours of sleep, man. Or something.
I need it. I didn't sleep at all.
For good reason?
No. It was a horrible freezer. So tired, dude. Stomach was not cooperating.
Oh man, yeah, the bubble guts.
The bubble guts.
Well, I feel sorry for that toilet, you know. That toilet went through some crucial times last night, didn't he?
Marselis, how you doing, bro?
Let's hop into it.
I'm doing good, man. I'm feeling fantastic. Ready to hit my next rank. I ain't gonna say the T word, right? Because I don't know if people know on the podcast. Lighten up the point, you know. I'm not the lightest, brightest dude in the world. So if it gets dark and you can't see me, you just gonna talk as white teeth, and I don't think nobody wants to see that, right? I'm doing good, man. I'm focusing on helping my team grow, and then trading. Jared was on the call, but Rodney said less is more. So I've taken myself away from the charts a little bit and just I'll back test, get on the charts for about an hour, 2 hours, and I'm off. I'm back to personal development, working out, and building the business.
For real.
Yeah, dude, I feel that.
Oh, wait.
I was about to say, like, with trading, it's kind of crazy because it's always like you impulsively want more because you know, like, dude, trillions of dollars are traded a day on this market. Like, there's opportunity after opportunity every single week. And I found like I got into that trap last week, and this week I'm really trying to discipline myself on like once I hit the amount of trades or the amount of pips that I want to catch to just be done because I screwed myself over the past like 2 weeks just over trading, just wanting to get every opportunity. And it's like, dude, it's such a mental game. It's not even funny.
Discipline is honestly one of the most important things ever. Like, what was it? I wish I remember the quote about discipline, but discipline is the most necessary skill needed to go to the next level, because if you don't have discipline to do the things that you know you need to do day in, day out, like all the time, you don't have the discipline to like be consistent and be persistent with your goals, like you're never going to achieve them, you know. And success takes discipline, like one of the most, like, because discipline encompasses everything in reality, like consistency, persistency, everything. Like if you're disciplined, you have all of those things, you know. So you really need to focus on being disciplined and setting an intention and then going out and getting it and disciplining yourself to making sure that happens. You know, I've made a list for myself of things that I need to do every day, and I no longer go to bed until all of those things are done, because I don't care if it takes forever. If I'm up until 2 a.m., I know that I set the intention that I'm going to get those things done, and I'm not going to make an excuse for myself to not get those things done, you know. So discipline is an ever evolving skill set. And like my theme of the week last week was like change and things like that is like a Y turn. Like
this man
like,
just pulled it out of his ass.
Like everybody goes, like when you're doing a Y turn, you get that first initial curve. You get that first initial curve to the results and the things that you want to do and be. But then after that, you pull back, and you kind of realize there's a lot of effort and a lot of discipline goes into making that change. So you make a little pull back, but you know that after you make that pull back, now you're in a full straight shot, and you're able to do all the things that you want to do and be the person that you want to be. And like success and change and all this thing isn't like instant, you know. You have to be patient with yourself, understand that you can't just make a change like that. Like change comes with consistent effort, and if you just work, I'm gonna say try, like if you just try to change, you're never going to change, because you're gonna give it a week and you're like, oh, I'm not perfectly exactly the person I want to be, so I'm just gonna give up and not even work towards being that. But in reality, you have to continue every single day to be the person that you want to be and do the things that you want to do, and whatever change you want to make in your life needs to be consistent effort.
Definitely. And honestly, like with consistency, yeah, dude, it is crazy because you always are like, well, shit, dude, I don't like where my life is going. I don't like where life is. I want to change. And then for a week, you're doing really well. And then the next week, you're doing the same shit you were last week. So like discipline and consistency is what it comes down to. And Marselis, I've known you now for like almost 6 months, and you are an incredibly disciplined and consistent person. So I kind of want to pick your brain and figure out, like, at what point did you like real, like at what point did you start just like getting dedicated hard as fuck for your future self? Because I know that before I met you, going through your Instagram and stuff, you were consistently working out. You were still posting mindset and shit. It was just you hadn't started trading yet. So like, at what point in your life do you recall you like kind of realizing like, hey, I gotta get on myself and be on top of myself in order to get to where I want to be?
Man, that's a good question. Honestly, man, the discipline started, I would say roughly around, okay, I'm 23 now. I would say when I was probably about 20 years old, and I was just fed up with the smoking weed. I was fed up with not being where I wanted to be. I was just fed up being in dead-end jobs, and I was like, there has to be another way, right? So just like B Money said on his call, except for he worked 8 hours, I was working 13.5-hour shifts on the weekends, going to school during the week, Monday through Thursday, and then going to acting school Thursday nights. And I always was packing my schedule with a whole bunch of stuff. It was just grind, because I felt like that was the only way to be able to be successful. And I burned myself out doing that. And also, my dad always instilled that in me. You know, if I wasn't doing nothing, he'd be like, man, get up, you freaking lazy ball. He'd cuss me out. But it was like his way of like motivating me. And a lot of times where, you know, if he was or something, I get outside and I'll take off running and jogging. That discipline, that hard work ethic, it started when I was real young, when my dad would make me go run hills and stuff like that. And he made me run around the block on my football pad. So it was something that my dad instilled me as a young kid. And then I knew that I wasn't always the most talented person. I wasn't always the best looking or the, you know, just the greatest person. I knew that I had to up my next extra level, right? I always had to put in an extra grind. Like, you see my workout videos and stuff. So I knew that in order for me to get my brand out there, back when I was really wanting to do fitness, I would have to post. I would have to put myself out there and like do something differently than everybody else is doing, because there's so many fitness influences out there, but they act the same. And I knew that like Gary Vee said, you got to keep posting. And I felt the way I was ever going to get to 1 million followers, or, you know, 10,000, 100,000 followers, was by posting all the time. But I'm glad that I found trading, because I've always been money motivated. Because the very first time when I seen our lights get cut off in the house, and the very first time we got kicked out, we were almost homeless, and always see my parents fight about money all the time. And then at 11 o'clock at night, you hear my parents going off cussing and fighting and stuff. That's when I knew then, like, okay, we're missing something here. And what it is an income. It's money, because that's what they will always argue about. It was always about money. My dad had to go on, he used to go on a truck drive for 2 weeks sometimes. Sometimes I would see my dad for 2 or 3 weeks. So in a way, subconsciously, that was like my way, like, okay, I gotta grind all the time. I can be with my family. So like now, I'm probably talk to my family, I'm about to see my family, I'm about to around my grind, because I know they're depending on me. I got a brother in prison, he calling me, he needs money. I got my sister, my niece. So it's just a why always pushing me. And plus my past as a kid, you know, being overlooked in sports, not making the all-star team in baseball. When I worked my ass off, I was clearly the best first baseman in the league. And, you know, in football, like, I've always been the underdog all my life, period. And that's what I do.
Hell yeah, dude. I mean, it's always a matter of, especially being in a position to be the underdog, I think that actually gives you more of an advantage than a disadvantage. So what some people would look at like, oh, that dude's too short. Like Steph Curry is a wonderful example. You look at people who are like, have the disadvantage, and they're always the most successful, because they know, hey, I gotta take my level up to a whole other frequency than these other people, just so that I could feel like I'm keeping up with them. And it's like, you always look at all these success stories, they're always the underdog. And that's why, you know, dude, I really resonate with what you said, because it's just like, you, first of all, your dad instilled it in you. And I think, you know, work ethic and drive and discipline is always passed down from generation to generation. And some people, you know, their parents just drilled it in their head in one way or another. Is either tough love, like in your case, or like for me, my dad was incredibly supportive, but he also made sure that, you know, I was staying on top of myself and, you know, working out, or like, hey, if you want to be successful, like, here's what you had to do. And I think it's always passed down from generation to generation. And then to be an underdog actually gives you an advantage because you're already set back. So you're slingshotting yourself. And you know, like, hey, if I just keep working my ass off every single day, I'm going to get to where I need to be, compared to, say, someone who kind of has had it all handed to them. They just have natural talent, natural athletic ability, or natural, just brains. Like, they're just stupid smart just naturally. They're like, hey, like, I can pick this up pretty easily. I had my best friend 2 or 3 years ago was one of the smartest kids I'd ever met, but also one of the laziest, because he was like, I don't give a shit, dude. I'm smart as hell. Where you got other people who aren't they're not the smartest. They don't have the most common sense, but they hit the books, or they study hard, or they work their freaking ass off because they know that that's what they need to do to get onto level playing field. And I think that that's why success stories are so much fun to listen to, because so many people start off from like below dirt. Like, they just start off like fucking 10 feet under, and they dig their way out. And then once they get on a level playing field, they already instilled this work ethic where now it just separate, like, talent, work ethic always beats talent. So they get to a situation where it's like, oh, sick. Like, I'm as talented as this person is now, but I also have the work ethic that they don't have. And that's why I'm going to get farther than they will, because they keep moving. The people who get comfortable with their talents and their abilities usually stay in place, because they're like, I don't see why I would need to improve it. I'm already a beast. And it's like, dude, it's so crazy, because you see it in sports, you see it in the business world, you see it in art, you see it all over the place. You just see people who started off as shit and then just got crazy good because of consistency and discipline. And that's all, like, literally, dude, look at any motivational speaker, look at any fitness guru, look at anybody who's made any money. It's always discipline and consistency. It's always in the steps. You never have to, there's no secret sauce. There's no secret formula. There's no secret, concoction that you can make that will all of a sudden make you the best, hardest working person in the world. It starts with you, and it starts with just making the decision, like, hey, what I'm doing now doesn't work. I need to step up the game. I need to keep driving and going towards that's why goal setting is also amazing too. But yeah, dude, Marselis, dude, you're one of my favorite people to talk to, because it's just like, the question I asked you is something I've always thought about. I'm just like, this dude pulls from energy that I've never seen from. You just have like an infinite, I mean, we all do, but you have this just crazy amount of energy. And that's why, like, I really wanted to dig deep and figure out, like, what got you going. And then I also want to ask you, like, what keeps you going every single day? What is the thing that just, you get out of bed at, 4 a.m., 3 a.m.?
Sometimes 2, sometimes 3, sometimes 4.
What the hell is it that gets you out of bed, bro? Because even when I got a morning routine and shit, it's still hard for me to bust myself out of bed sometimes. And I just, like, every single morning I get a fucking voice message from you that is like, I'm like, damn, dude, like, I'm like, let's go now. Like, let's go do this morning routine. Let's go get this shit done.
I think maybe, like, out of the 6 months that I've been part of Quantum Creations, I am whatever you want to classify us as, right? I think out of the whole 6 months, I maybe missed like 1 or 2, maybe 3 mornings without even saying anything. I know this morning I didn't put a message. I just put my little charts in there. Wanted to make it a little different, let Dylan get the spotlight, because Dylan's got a lot of energy, and I'm not here to steal the spotlight. I'm here to help people grow. But what keeps me going is just, I mean, I'm so used to working jobs where I have to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and bust my ass, and then as soon as I get off of my job, I have to go to the gym and then go train people and do all that. So I'm so used to packing my schedule. So, and then another thing that drives me, gets me up, is because Kobe Bryant's my favorite basketball player, and I used to watch him consistently all the time, and he would make 800 shots before every single game. So if the game was at 6 o'clock p.m. in the afternoon, Kobe Bryant's in the fucking gym at like 12 in the afternoon, 1 p.m. in the afternoon, already shooting shots 3-4 hours before the game comes. So by the time the game comes, he's up. And also I knew that sleeping in all day, you're not gonna get nowhere. Like Steve Harvey said, rich people do not freaking sleep all day. So me, what I do is, I ain't gonna lie, I do personal development naps. Like, if I feel kind of tired, what I'll do is I'll take about 10-15 minutes, and I'll lay down, and I'll take a nap, and I'll throw on like Your Wish is Your Command, or Earl Nightingale, Stranger's Secret, something like that. So pretty much it's not like I'm really just sleeping. I'm actually like subconsciously programming that personal development in my head, and then I get right back to work. And it's just like, now, since I lost my job or whatever, I can just fully throw all my energy into the business. So I fill up my schedule with You know, I'll get on Instagram. I'll go talk to random people. Like, okay, look, say Usher. This is an example. Say Usher comes up on the freaking feed, and I go in his comments. Most of the time it's gonna be females, but there be some males. I might click on somebody's page, like their stuff, and then they say, no, I'm in their DM. Man, hey, how you doing, Steve? Man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Your page is fantastic. Bro, your page is phenomenal. And bro, it's those people for a look because they're not used to somebody just like, you know, do a video like that. And it's just, I've always been like that. Like if I sat in the house all day long, I would get bitched at. Like, what the fuck you doing? You ain't out here. You ain't out there with your boys. You ain't at the gym. You ain't hanging out with girls. So my parents always were on me about staying in the house all the time. So like that's the reason why I don't feel right if I'm just like laying around. It's just I have to be doing something. I don't have ADHD or nothing like that, but I mean I'll knock out 100 calls in one day if I have to, 200 calls in a day. Go to the gym, work out, run, and then do some op calls because it's the process. I love the process of getting somewhere. Like, you know, I just love it.
You're definitely someone that is a true embodiment of falling in love with the process. Like it is really fun to watch because it's just like you're someone like, yeah, I want to be a millionaire. I want to do all this shit. But you're someone who is truly falling in love with the every single day grind. And that's something, dude, that like inspires the shit out of me because I just keep looking at you and I'm just like, dude, like whatever excuse I got, Marselis has already figured out like a reason that's not a valid excuse. But kind of something also that I want to ask is, you know, I know that your dad was incredibly important to you. And a question that is actually like I heard on a podcast a couple weeks ago that I really want to ask you because I know how influential he was. What was the greatest thing that your dad has ever taught you? You know, you always, you know, he's part of your why. And I know that, you know, when you post videos and stuff of him, I'm like, dude, that's literally just an older Marselis. Like, I want to know, like, what was probably one of the greatest influences that he had on you, or one of the, you know, biggest values that he instilled in you, that you still carry every single day in his memory?
Man, honestly, really leadership. My dad was always like a leader. He always made sure everybody ate, made sure everybody was taken care of. Like, for instance, I remember when I was a little kid, probably about 5, 6 years old, you know, the ice cream truck comes. Hey, you come to the ice cream truck. Would be able to get ice cream, and some kids wouldn't be able to. My dad was the type of guy, he would come outside and I don't know if they keep it all that. Anyways, he would come outside and he would pay for all the kids' ice cream to make sure everybody was evenly, you know what I'm saying, taken care of. He never was that type of dad that just like, okay, I'm gonna give you something and then I'm gonna get something. Now, every now and then he did favor my sister. I mean, that's his baby girl. I understand that. But it's just his character of taking care of everybody, showing love to everybody, being a powerful speaker. Like my dad's tonalities, you know how like Jordan Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street, I watch his program like every day, and he talks about tonalities and stuff. The man was like the master. He's gonna let you know when he's mad at you because you can feel that tonality and energy. He's always had that energy. Like, it's just, I don't know. And it's like, I just got like the junior of it, right? And I just wish my dad had the entrepreneur mindset because he could have killed it in business because he's a leader, like, straight up.
Definitely, dude. That's awesome. That's so sick.
I see that shit every day, man. I see that shit every day in you. No matter what type of day I'm having, it always goes up a level when you're in the chat in the morning, man. I can only thank you for that every day.
Man, no problem, man.
For anyone that's watching this, like, get yourself around we say success starts with the people you surround yourself with. Someone like Marselis is someone you want to surround yourself with just a high level of energy, someone that you know that you will get motivated simply just by talking to them. And that, like Marselis, bro, you're literally someone that is perfect for that little like core 5 group of people that you need in order to succeed. I really wish you're out here in Milwaukee, you're out there in Tennessee, bro, but I know eventually there's gonna come a day where we're gonna be able to, you know, live right across the street from each other. And I won't even need Les Brown or Jim Rohn anymore. I'll just go walk over and be like, all right, mornings with Marselis, what's up?
I mean, I don't know when that day is gonna come, but I know for a fact that we're getting a trade house in Tennessee, which is gonna level Devin up. It's gonna level Dylan up. Ryan, shout out to Ryan. Shout out to Daniel, Tyree. I think Justice is coming from Canada to move down here. So what I'm
Oh,
gonna
fuck.
do is I'm going to do my best to make sure all these guys get where they need to be, because we all got our own characteristics that we can bring to the table, right? You know, like Tom Brady is the quarterback. You know, he's gonna throw them up from the ball. He's gonna make sure that the team is hyped. He's gonna make sure the plays are right. But then you got your running back. You got your people to do it. So we all got our own qualities. And honestly, I'll be real. Like Ryan, Devin are some savage ass traders. It's just Devin has to work on his building. He has to work on his leadership skills. He has to get more comfortable, and that's what I'm going to help him with. And it's just, man, I'm just glad to be a part of this community, man. I ain't gonna lie, Hunter, dude, I ain't gonna lie, that freaking pullover you got on is fresh. And dude, like when you post stuff about spirituality and the way you talk about it, bro, it's just like you would think you're a freaking monk. You would.
I'm far from it, but I'm working on it.
Man, dude, by the time you're 50, 60 years old, you're gonna have all the laws of the universe mastered. You're gonna have meditate. You're probably gonna freaking levitate. You're gonna be like, oh man, just freaking levitate.
That's the goal, bro. That's definitely the goal.
So yeah, man, spiritually, you're good, man. You're great.
Thank you. Yeah, that is. I like that you said that it's kind of like a team. You know, like it all comes down to. I mean, everything. It's so weird how sports can kind of like. You can use sports as an example for how life works, and it's like you have to operate in it as a team. You know, this life it's both an individual battle and it's a battle with you and your friends. Like all you and your closest friends are battling it out in life, and that's why you're so close with them, because they're always someone to be there for you when you're down, and vice versa. And it's like, and then when you're up, they're right there with you. And that's why we always talk about how important it is to have 5 people around. But I really like how you just kind of like divvied it up, like, hey, this is our team, you know, this is their roles. And you know, sometimes where one person is lacking, there's also another person that fills in, you know, for that, you know, whatever they're lacking. And that's, you know, that's why I also love the community that we're a part of, dude. Because it's just like everyone has their own unique quality. And it's like, you know, people have their all their strengths, and everyone has their weakness, but all their weaknesses are complemented by someone else. And it's just like, it's crazy, dude. In a group chat of like 130 plus people, it's just like, it's just all love. And it's all, you know, and that's something that we never really saw until you started working with us. And I think that you were a vital role in kind of bringing the energy into the group chat, because the group chat was just kind of like an announcement. You know, some people would talk here and there, but then you came in and you started throwing down every single day in the group chat, and other people were like, oh, sick. Like they were responding to you. Now, every single day in the group chat, I looked away from my phone for like 2 hours. I didn't have anything on there. I just wasn't checking it. I don't remember what I was doing. I got back and there's 256 messages. Like, it's craziness. And it's just like, sometimes it's like 111 or 777. Other times it's like, you know, trade ideas. And then other times it's little like motivational videos or something. But it's like, it's such a good soil for growth, you know, like, and everyone has their own fertilizer, and everyone's like contributing to this soil and growing this community. And dude, it's such a beautiful family that we have. It's so much fun. Like, and you make it so much fun, bro. So, I want to also ask, like, you played football, right?
Yeah, I played. Okay. All right, let me talk about what I played. Well, mainly football. That's what I mainly was focused on. But I think if I would have played baseball, I probably would have went semi-pro or something. But anyways, we didn't get in all that. All right, so I played basketball up until middle school, and then I ran track up until middle school, which I was playing football, baseball, basketball, and running track. And I was doing all 4. Then I stopped. Then I think probably like freshman year, I just mainly focused on football. And it was one of the things where I should have played baseball. You know how like people come to you with an opportunity kind of like I am, right? It's like, hey man, you know, you're a hardworking person, bro. This would be a good opportunity, right? Well, except for in baseball, like in high school, you can get so many years where you can be in school and your time is gone, right? Yeah. This is probably gonna be the next 10, 20 years. Somebody can join 10, 20 years down the road. But anyways, I remember being in the football locker room. We was actually in the weight room, lifting and stuff. And one of our coaches was a baseball coach as well. So he comes to me, he's like, "Hey, Marselis, you know, I heard you're pretty good at baseball, man. I heard you're great out there in Beirut and stuff. I heard a lot about you. You just want to come and try out, you know, get part of the team." "Nah, man, I'm just gonna focus on football." being a dumbass, not knowing that, I got 2 other star running backs ahead of me as a sophomore. One was a senior, one was a junior. So the really only time I was really going to have that star time was my senior year, which I got hurt. But that was a poor decision. I should have played baseball. The 2 people that I graduated with are both in the MLB right now, as we speak. Jordan and Justin Strickler, shout out to them. One of them plays for the Seattle Mariners, and one of them plays for the LA Dodgers. They're doing their fucking thing, right? And maybe I wouldn't have made it to pro level, but I could at least made it to semi-pro. But it doesn't matter. I feel like this is my purpose. So yeah, I played football. That's what caused a lot of my discipline. So I still listen to this song dang every day, and this was something I used to always run to. I used to work out to. I used to go to the little Pop Warner fields and run. I used to run miles. I used to work out 2-3 times a day, and it really is a generational thing because my uncle, he was a star running back, top 3 running backs in Tennessee. Could have went to UT and played, got married. They wouldn't accept freshmen as married. They wanted you to wait till like a junior or senior before you got married. He played at Austin P, tore his Achilles, but that's where like all my like determination came from, and football was just like an outlet of like what's going on in the home and all this stuff like that. But I didn't have the full package. I see football season, I won't worry about my damn grades. So like football season is like the beginning of the year, right? So football season, I'm going all in on football. My grades start slipping. So then at the end of the year, I gotta fucking like catch up with my grades and stuff. So I noticed in high school I slacked off so much, and now it's like to the point where I'm like, all right, I can't do shit like that no more. Like I have to do every little thing perfectly now. And that's what helped me. All my mistakes back then, fucking up, not going to college and all that stuff, prepared me to hear it. And I think this is my purpose.
Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, the way that you something that I had to come to terms with a little while ago, because I was kind of in the same boat. Like with soccer, is like just like a burning passion, Like I just freaking love soccer. There's nothing that compared to it. Like it was just so much fun for me, and it was just a natural thing for me to do. I have ADHD, so it's like, running all the time is just kind of like something that, oh yeah.
Dog, what?
It's about an hour with me.
It's really a
figure
gift,
that
though.
out.
It's a gift.
But it's just like you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Every single person on the planet right now is actually exactly where they're supposed to be. It's a part of their story. So, like, yeah, shit, dude, you probably could have gone to the MLB if you would have decided to play baseball. But playing the game of ifs is only going to cause you depression because all you're going to think about is, fuck, I could have been here. Now, if I would have pursued soccer, I wouldn't have even come to Milwaukee. I would have been at Whitewater College in Wisconsin. I wouldn't have even started trading. I wouldn't have even done this. So same thing with you, and it's like the same thing with people that are watching this, dude. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Every single decision and every single moment of your life has led you exactly to this moment, and you are supposed to be here. And that's something that you really got to like take into consideration. Like, shit, this is, fuck whatever happened in the past. Forgive myself for the mistakes. Praise myself for the successes. Now moving forward, what can I do to get to a place that I can design and that I can create? And that's something that I really, really enjoy, especially about IM. It kind of brought the life back into me because, 2 years ago, I was in a situation where I was just like, fuck, dude, like I completely gave up on my dream. And I like lost it and I like kind of lost grips with it. And I was like, damn, dude, I hate this. And then I started trading. And then as I got into trading and more spirituality, I figured out, I'm like, dude, everything, the universe is perfect. Everything is supposed to happen to you the way it is. That is why you are sitting here. That is why people are sitting on this call right now, because every single thing was supposed to happen to put them in a position to be on this call. Now, what happens after the call is up to you. And that is such a beautiful, beautiful thing. And that's why, people like you, I just take such an interest to you. There's people like you, and you got people like David Goggins, you got people, like Tony Robbins, and you got all these people that look at their past and like, dude, you're like, holy crap, you should not be here. You should not be doing anything. You literally screwed up a quadrillion times. There's no reason for you to be at the level of success that you have. But they, like you and like me, like Jared, like Brady, all realized everything had to happen in order for you to be in this position. And then now you have the decision to go to a place that you want to be, and you can design your future however you want to be. It all just takes, back to consistency and discipline. And that's why, dude, that's why like personal development, spiritual development, like mental, whatever you want to call it, it's also important, because for you to get to terms with that it's kind of a struggle. But then that's when the paradigm shifts from, oh, woe is me, to, oh, whoa, it's me, and I can fucking fuck some serious shit up. I can change my entire future based off the decisions that I make.
Yeah,
Right?
I really love that, because perspective is everything. How you look at it, how you look at your situation is literally what controls how you perceive it, you know, what controls your feelings about it. Like, Marcellus, had you have played baseball, maybe you went semi-pro, then maybe you wouldn't be doing this with us right now. You wouldn't be on this team right now doing what you're doing, impacting the people the way you are. So, you know, life has a funny way of connecting everything and making your true vision come to reality. Like, I know an example for me, like my junior year of high school, I applied to go on foreign exchange. And I actually got rejected on my junior year of high school. That was like devastating for me. I was like I contemplated like not reapplying and not going, and it was like, oh, maybe I'm just not supposed to go, all these things. But then the next year I reapplied. I was one of the top applicants, and I went to Brazil. But had I gone my junior year, I most likely wouldn't have gone to Brazil. Probably would have gone somewhere in Europe, and like, who knows what my experience would have been, the people I would have met. My entire life would be completely different than what it is right now. So I am forever grateful that I got rejected, because I think Brazil was where it's supposed to be. I was supposed to learn Portuguese. I was supposed to meet those people out there and supposed to be on this mission that I'm on right now. And had I gone somewhere else, I don't think I would have the same vision and the same desire and the same goals that I have right now of going to Brazil and spreading this opportunity there. Because had I not went there, I would never learn Portuguese. And I would never even imagine like going to Brazil and like doing all that stuff, you know? So it's just crazy how everything connects, and at the moment you really don't understand it. You're like, why is this happening to me? I don't get it. Like, this is so bogus. Like, why would life do this to me? But then in the future, you give it some time. You give it a year, 2 years, and then really everything starts to come together. You know, I'm forever grateful for getting rejected, because that set me up in the position that I am now. Knowing the people that I know, having had the experience that I had, I couldn't have imagined a better experience, going to a better place. You just have to give the universe and whatever, God, whatever you want to call it, time to show you why that thing happened in your life, no matter how negative, no matter what it was. Everything happens in divine time. Everything happens exactly when it's supposed to happen, exactly how it's supposed to happen. You just have to have the perspective of that, of letting it just be what it is. Like, no matter how negative it is, always looking at the positive, always looking at why. Like, and then sometimes, like, in the moment, it's never easy. In the moment, the hardship is there. It's almost impossible to look at the positive side. But you give it some time to change your outlook, to change your mentality, to change your perspective on the situation, and you can turn that terrible negative into an amazing positive that's going to push you further to being the person you want to be, you know?
Fucking hey, dude.
Hey, okay, I gotta talk about something. So when you talk about talent, I got something about that, and manifestation and universe and stuff. I'm gonna talk about that, but let me get back to the talent part, and I'm gonna go back to the manifestation. So I'm backtracked a little bit. You know, you guys talk about there's people that are talented that just get everything handed to them, and then they still not the shit. Now, I'm not bashing my brother that's in prison or nothing like that. This motherfucker from 6 to 7 years old skipped coach pitch, went straight to, you know, player pitch, minor league, whatever you want to call it. Was fucking good at baseball, football, basketball, everything he wanted to do. Every time it was time to get in the gym, watch game film, or do the extra little consistent work, he didn't want to do it. There's this one guy named Alontae Taylor. He's on UT's team. He's one of the top point backs in the country. Dude, like a freshman All-American last year, fucking savage. He wasn't clearly more athletic than my brother, but his mindset was better than my brother. My brother wanted to hang out with the gangsters and the wanksters, and that's why he's in prison on some stupid stuff, which we can talk about that later on. But anyways, now let's get back to that. That's a prime example of talent being wasted, and people that had all the people. Everybody in my town called Tullahoma loved my brother. Everybody still does, but he didn't have the mindset. let's get back to manifestation. So when I was in high school, I had a buddy named Trevor Trotter. He was like, "Hey man, I'm from he's from Pulaski." He's like, when I was in Giles County, we used to have it where there was called groups where it'd be like PBG, it was called Pretty Boy Gang. I'm like, what the hell is that? He's like, yeah, we used to do that and Crips and Bloods. I'm like, whoa, we ain't doing all that shit. I ain't with no gang or nothing like that. He's like, bro, he said, let's come up with a crew, like a certain name. I said H and he said, yeah, bro, that's cool. I was like, yeah, handsome niggas. I'm like, I'm playing around. Y'all know me. When I play around. Like I can be serious, but I'll play around too. But anyways, he ran with it. So we went and we told everybody, hey bro, you wanna join H&O? You wanna join H&O? Next thing you know, dude, it started growing massive, kind of like network marketing, right? This was 6 years ago when IML just got started. So just listen to this. I said, hey, bro, people start doing gang signs. We start doing initiations to people, jump people in, acting crazy, kind of like how Cash Cartier does with his organization. We were just like walking ATMs. We go around saying H&O, H&O, H&O. And I was like, dude, I said, y'all got to cut this out. I said, I don't want this like a gang. I want this like an organization where we make money together and we grow together and we meet up and we make money together. And it's crazy that I said that, and now I'm part of building an organization, making money with people and growing together with people. So I really felt like those words that I said way back 6 years ago when I was sitting in high school in math class in algebra, which I barely passed, I manifested this. I really believe that. And I believe that when I lost my job a couple weeks ago, I felt like it was meant to be like this, right? Obviously, being a P600, there's not a whole lot you can do, but I got enough to cover me until next month and stuff like that. You know, like when your parents pass away, you get stuff sent to you, whatever. You get money and all that bull crap, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I rather have my dad, but I feel like the universe is lining me up exactly where it wants me to be, right? And I have to realize that every single day, because obviously in the process you're gonna hate it and you can't go out here and ball out like you want to, or you may be like right now, like I'm always by myself, but it's a good thing because now I got more time to really focus on me. I got time to read my goals. I can fill my room with a whole bunch of affirmations and goals around me and stuff without, my parents or somebody coming in the room thinking I'm freaking crazy, putting shit like that on my wall and thinking I got a fancy life or something like that. Now I can actually just plug all the way in. So yeah, I feel like all this stuff was made for a reason. And then guys, I ain't gonna lie, you guys helped me out a lot. So there's a reason why I read messages and stuff in the mornings, because I don't necessarily have nobody to talk to, because everybody around me in my area, my town, they're very negative. They're very negative. They're thinking about entrepreneurship. They're not thinking about spirituality. If you go and tell somebody about the subconscious mind, they're gonna laugh at you. Like, what do you mean subconscious mind? So you guys are the ones that keep me motivated, keep me grinding. I ain't gonna lie. If it wasn't for you guys, I don't know how I would deal with my dad's death. You guys helped me. You know what I'm saying? You guys helped me in so many ways. So I want to thank you, Brady, for that. I want to thank you, Jared. I want to thank you, the Hunter, because you guys, like right now, I would be in a tough situation. I really would. Like, these days would be rough. You know what I'm saying? I can talk to my brother in prison, but it seems like more and more we talk, he wants me to send him money all the time. It ain't really just like genuine. I can't just like pull up on him. We can't just, hang out. But I can hang out with you guys on a Zoom call, or, once we start hitting our ranks more, we start flying out to each other. Just like when we were at Dallas. That shit was amazing. I told Cody, I said, dude, I love this more than I love football. He said, oh my God, I can't believe you said that. Yeah, I said that because in football, you had those dickheads. You had some people thought they were better than everybody. But like this team, what we got, it's like nobody thinks anybody's better than anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're just all together. You know what I'm saying? When you score a touchdown, we celebrate. When Brady scores a touchdown, you celebrate. Jared scores a touchdown, we celebrate. It's like the rank on like our new touchdowns, our new benchmarks, our new records. And it's just amazing to me to see how much people have grown. Like, think about how much Devin has grown since we've been in this. Devin went from a shy little kid that never read books, and if it wasn't for me being able to inspire him and persuade him to be a part of this, he would never change his life. And now he's got to move to Tennessee. All these people are moving to Tennessee because it started with me. So now I feel like I have a way bigger responsibility than just me. So I can't be missing calls. I can't be jacking around and not taking this seriously, because I honestly feel like God put this in front of me and was like, look, you go. This is for you to retire your mom. This is for you to take care of your parents. And honestly, I feel like, I hate to say it, but my dad was supposed to die at this time. Like, it was meant, because I feel like it's supposed to push me to chairman. It's supposed to push me to 8-figure trader and get my shit more serious. So like, there's some times where I'll be sitting in my room and like I may be like not doing nothing. I look over at a picture of my dad. Like, what would he be thinking right now? Me not doing shit right now. You know what I'm saying? So I started getting to work.
And that's what everyone needs, dude, a constant reminder of their why. Honestly, you just got to remember why you even started doing what it is that you're doing and struggling the way that you're struggling. But Marselis, man, you know, we got a call that we all got to get on.
Yes,
so we're going to be wrapping it up here, dude. But thank you so much for getting on, sharing your knowledge, sharing your energy with everyone that, you know, was on this podcast. Thank you to everyone that was on this podcast. I mean, I freaking love this call. This was such a fun podcast to do, dude. You're just a fun guy to be around and talk to. I freaking love you, man.
Appreciate that, man. Love you too. Hey, is this gonna be like on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and all that?
We're working on it.
Yeah, we're looking at stuff where we can post on different platforms. But at the moment,
YouTube.
Yeah, at the moment it's YouTube. By the way, Quantum Creations FX on YouTube for y'all listening. For real. But Marselis, man, we all truly appreciate you. You know that every single day we tell you, whether we say it verbally or in text, you always know that we all appreciate you. Especially for this podcast, such late notice. I really do appreciate you, because we kind of things kind of fell through this weekend when I was out in Milwaukee. We were gonna do it in person, but yeah, I appreciate you for coming through so late notice. I mean, I bet Hunter and Brady really appreciate you as well, because I mean, it's always great to listen to you talk, man. It's always great. But yeah, guys, I appreciate all you guys that are listening. Appreciate all you guys that are listening. Again, catch this on YouTube, Quantum Creations FX. And yeah, take it easy, y'all. See you guys next week, Monday, 9 p.m. CST. Take it easy. Peace.